vehicle blocks the passage. It must be the way out of the city.
By the way, we can go to the Winos bar now.
And she will not make a fuss about it, will she?
Nope. Everything is peachy keen.
Everything's fine now.
So it was entirely pointless that she tried to stop us from going there. It's one of the many ways in which the game subtly misdirects you into what the solution of a given puzzle might be.
Yeah. Oh no, it's one of these guys. The cup tricks.
Hey, Big Mouth, what game are you playing there?
Put down one straw and choose a cup. If you find the eye, you win 3 straws.
I'm pretty sure the same voice actor voices about 13 characters in this game. It's a very Oblivion situation.
It's a dude.
Stuck in the elevator.
Get some butter for him then.
The solution to this puzzle has literally no solution. We just have to leave and come back later, and he will no longer be there. Go up. Go up. I know, Woodruff! I'm late for a very important party, I know.
Which has to stop. A large meteorite.
Thanks.
Wait, did you just... wait, did we just Monty Python this all of a sudden?
It would appear so. Okay, well, here we are.
Yep, we're back here now.
I forgot to read this very important employment ad. You cannot live, you cannot exist in a capitalist society without becoming a cog for the machine.
Herbal factory. Ugly surroundings and frantic pace guaranteed. To apply, dial Droobzn Puglap on your Tabazan.
Let's do that. Drew,
Bzns,
Bzn,
Poo,
Poo, and
Glap.
Piss. And Glap.
Close enough.
Hello, hard-working candidate. You
Hello.
are connected with the recruitment service of the Pashmergal factory. To establish your dossier for candidacy, I need a breathing certificate which you can procure at the administration center, as well as a simple Rotofletron ID photo.
Ah, we can get a photo at least.
Ah, okay, so that's how you learned what a Brotoflatron is supposed to be. It makes photographs. That's how you learned it. Of course, if you missed out on that very fast delivery, then you will be screwed, because I don't think she ever repeats the word Brotoflatron in that clip, if you look it again.
Right.
Actually, let me check that out, just to be safe.
Okay, Drew, Bzns,
Bzn,
Poo,
Poo,
Glap.
Glap.
For your dossier, I'll need a breathing certificate and a photo.
You see?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, sometimes the game demands you to make some leaps of logic, and it doesn't really give you the tools to understand what you need to be doing. It just assumes that you know what a Brotoflatron is. Then there is that literally 1 second use of the word in that all fastly delivered clip for you to learn what it means. And if you missed out on that, then you're screwed.
Yay?
So I'm going to show you what happens when you try to take a photograph.
Oh no. It's not gonna be straightforward.
Oh no. It's never straightforward. This is a good time as any to learn that you can use objects with your Tobozone display.
Recruitment service speaking. I've received your photo, but I'm afraid you didn't get the job. The ideal worker must be well dressed.
I'm going to save you a whole headache. This is one of those chain puzzles. If you get the idea. You get a good dress, you take the photograph, and she says, okay, well, the dress is good, but there is something else that doesn't work. So, long story short, you need a dress, glasses, a toupee, a better smile.
Okay.
Yes, simple enough, right?
Extremely.
Let's go upstairs. I have to show you something.
Before we call it a night, essentially.
Indeed. This is a slave buzook.
Yeah.
Aside from slaves being mentioned by that bureaucrat earlier, this is the only time in the entire game in which you actually see a slave on screen.
Especially with a collar around his neck.
Every other buzook around is either a deeply exploited worker
Yeah.
or a manservant, but not explicitly a slave. This is the only slave in the game. It's like the mutant debacle, right? You only see one, and it's completely inconsequential, and it's never mentioned or seen again.
You have an important job. You hold a higher-up position in this city?
Alas, I am only a buzook slave with no hope of becoming free. I am in charge of watering the only plant left in the city.
What is this building whose entrance we can see?
It's a sect. There are worshippers of the Schnibble, announced by Professor Azimuth.
Now we know there is a fourth faction, and that's the sect, the Cult of the Schnibble.
Yeah.
And they will be important for later, so I shall postpone... Okay, I shall postpone any explanation about what their deal is for much later.
Yeah.
Anyway, there is a novelty shop here.
I'll take a pair, please.
Right away, sir. You'll see life differently with these glasses.
Okay, we've got a pair of glasses.
Can I lease this strong, square chin from you?
It's a good choice. You'll have a new life with this chin.
New life with everything, apparently.
And we're taking the shirt.
Yeah, don't need to pay for it at all.
Nope. And we're going to look at these ads over here.
Experience amazing thrill in Ernst Blinst virtual travels. It's written, watch Miss Cocote's risque show on channel Poo Blaz Drew.
We're going to take a look at that show later.
Okie dokie. Stay.
What is happening here? Go up. Go. Damn you, go up! I said go up! 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 And away! Oh my god. Up. Up. Oh, okay. Good enough. Now, as I was saying,
Yeah.
what is this thing?
It's growing bigger. Ush.
You really want to pick up this trash can?
Why not?
It's him! The madman who murdered my teddy bear! I swear, I'll kill him!
Oh, there.
You can hear the conviction in his voice.
He's very determined. Ah.
The followers of the Schnibble.
I was doing some protesting.
According to their banners, they're members of the Schnibble sect.
They seem a fine group of fellows, indeed.
Indeed.
Nothing, sorry.
Ush.
The leader of the followers.
Do you belong to the Schnibble sect? What is the Schnibble?
Get closer, brother. I can see that you are lost. Let the Schnibble open
Are you
its arms
Irish?
and embrace you. You'll find peace
Don't
within your
ask.
soul, and you'll clearly see the way. Furthermore, we take credit cards.
So, you might have already an idea of what this cult is all about.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Where is this Schnibble?
The Schnibble belongs to the members of the sect as long as they pay their dues.
Pay the dues.
So you think you hold the Schnibble?
Certainly. Proof is that the beast that roams the city at night does not harm the followers. It's the Schnibble's way to punish the profane.
No, the beast who roams at night, by the way, second mention ever of the beast.
Yeah.
Keep track of those because they are far and few in between. The beast only attacks and feasts upon the poor. Isn't that interesting?
Very interesting.
At least I assume that's the case. It turns out you have to do a lot of reading in between the line with this game.
What are you talking about? Where is this Schnibble?
The Schnibble belongs to the members of the sect as long
Okay,
as
okay. Alright. There is nothing else in this screen for now. This is the entrance to the Temple of the Buzooks.
The wise men, essentially.
Mr. Guard, can I get into this high temple of Buzook wisdom?
I don't let tourists in usually, but you look like a nice person.
If I can get in then. Hey, not so fast.
I'll let you in if you get me a Bluckster nut.
A Bluckster nut.
A nut? Yes, that's called a Bluckster nut.
If I can get in then. Hey, not so fast.
That's going to be a whole side quest.
Yes, I can imagine.
It's almost time to wrap up things, but before we do that, I wanted to show you someplace.
A place where I belong.
So this is the prison area.
Yeah. At least the red light district that way. Slammer's dead end.
And there you go.
To the lab.
I don't know if you noticed, but this was not an entrance before.
No, it was not.
We went to the red light district, and now all of a sudden you can enter this place. Yes. That's weird, isn't it?
It's like you weren't supposed to go there.
Almost as if, right? And then you go over here, and you enter through a person.
Okay, is this the developer room?
And suddenly you are trapped here.
But now not.
Alright, cards on the table. I mentioned at the very beginning that this game is broken.
Yes.
It has technical issues, some of which are emulators issues, but most of them, they belong to this game and they have been part of this game since the very beginning.
Right.
You must have figured it out by now that you were not supposed to be able to enter this entire area at this point in the game. You were supposed to engage with a whole long section of the game that would have allowed you to be able to get into this area and unlock it. Instead, due to a inexplicable glitch inherently present in the base version of this game, you can basically skip 1/3 of the entire adventure. You can sequence break your way into this asylum.
Wow.
And it's mesmerizing, and I'm not kidding. This was, in fact, present in the game in the very early stages. My physical copy of this game has this bug. That's how I know. I could not find any information about it. I only know this because I played it back in the day. It is absurd that this was allowed to happen and nobody ever fixed it. Ever. In 30 years. Not even the fans did. And they usually do.
Because it's too useful.
This glitch was gift wrapped for all the speedrunners, I bet.
Yeah, pretty much.
I really wanted to showcase this to you before we call it a night, because it is incredible. Yes, you called it. This is the developer's room.
Yep, demented graphic artist. Ordinary weirdo. Has nothing to say about any of these people, apparently.
And let me see. Aha! Just as I suspected. You see this number?
Yes.
This was not here before we entered.
No, it was not.
You were supposed to get this number from this guy, which would have allowed you to be able to escape from this place. Because that's how you were supposed to get into this place. Not just enter it. I was so confused as a child as I played this. I found this area very early on and I had no idea what to do with it. A special weirdo.
How sad he looks. A total recluse, a vegetable. How can we cheer him up?
Aside from the very offensive and painfully outdated terminology of vegetable being used for neurodivergent people,
Yeah.
I also have to point out that in the Italian translation for this game, and also in the way this person is described in several walkthroughs,
Yeah.
the special weirdo is supposed to be an autistic person.
Ah.
So we have an autistic person being called a vegetable, stuck in a mental facility.
Yeah, no. I'm not touching this.
You know, I am in the autistic spectrum myself, so, This is one of the few elements in this game that have not aged well at all. An effigy to the 90s.
Yeah.
There are a couple more dated portrayals of demographics and ethnicities in this game that are going to pop up at some point later on. But I'm going to give you a forewarning for when that time comes. As uncomfortable as the special weirdo is, it's not the worst. Sadly, it's not the worst.
Yeah.
I might as well showcase you this character.
Professor Turnable.
What are you doing to this unfortunate bazook?
I am doing an experiment on this bazook. I'm trying to make it fade. Interesting, huh?
It's torture, basically.
Torture, and he's
How do you
German.
do this?
It's for a strictly scientific purpose. It has nice colors. If it works, I try it on a larger scale.
So he's a eugenics scientist. He's basically Dr. Mengele.
You mean on
Yeah.
all bazooks?
Yeah, to exterminate all bazooks. Ah, long live the bigwig. He funds all my experiments.
In case you thought this game was missing references to the final solution, well, here we are.
You work for, their big vig, then?
Yes, and I've destroyed all the plants in the city already. I hate anything that grows, like these farms of bazooks that procreate everywhere.
Once again, this is one of the more explicit instances of oppression, nay, genocide, being showcased to you, to the young mind of the player. We have a eugenics scientist experimenting and torturing...
Woodruff
Yes,
is not funny.
it's very funny, Woodruff. Oppressing, torturing this poor man for science, and he's planning a final solution already. This game openly talks about genocide.
Yeah.
It does a disservice to the subject in question.
Yes, it's sad, Woodruff.
It's not even satire, it's just cartoon hijinks being juxtaposed to genocide.
bazooka. That doesn't look safe. He's gonna turn the bazooka again.
Okay.
Right.
There is nothing we can do here right now.
Yes, because...
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I almost missed out on this.
Schnibble seed.
Yes. Okay, now let's leave.
And it's got sucked out.
Right, so we've showcased enough of the forbidden area that we were not supposed to find about up until much later on in the game.
Yeah.
And with that, I believe this is a perfect time to wrap up things, as it were. And you can see why I find this game very fascinating and interesting. It is deeply flawed, but on the other hand, not many games with a primarily young audience in mind dared to tackle such subjects.
Yeah.
And in fact, not many games with an adult audience in mind dare to tackle such subjects, especially not with modern AAA games that have no meat on the grill whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yes,
Agreed.
I know, Woodruff, it's puzzling.
Looking at this sublime panorama, I'm overcome with pastoral ideas.
I can see that.
Oh heavens, I feel so insignificant when I look at thee.
And on that high note, thanks for joining us, everybody. We shall continue this game next time, and we'll have fun with it, I promise. And hopefully there will be much less tangents on my part. I really needed to get a lot out of my chest about this game.
Yeah, that's fine. We all need them.
Oh, by the way, look, it's a fish imprint. If only we had a fish to put inside of
yeah,
it.
if only.
Right, Woodruff? Right, Woodruff?
Look at
Right,
you.
Woodruff? I'm going to save now.
Woodward.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night and take care.
And remember, whatever you do, do not bet all your strools on red on one go.
Yeah, baby, because it's all about the blacks, all about the blacks.
It's all about the blacks, baby! Yeah, win the championship!
Championship blacks.